What's up, guys? Welcome back to Viewer Castles. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but I want to test out the new attacking system and pretty much just get back into doing these once in a while. It's not going to be nearly as frequently as before since I don't need as much. I kind of used Viewer Castles as more filler content, and since I have probably 2 Evolve videos coming out every week, I won't need to do as many of them, but I'll probably still do 1 or 2 a week, so I'll try to keep the list going as much as possible, but I could easily get backed up as well. But as we have here, we're going to start off with Jomoking. Castle level is at 30, validated on probably either the Archer or the Knight here. Going to go ahead and jump into the castle. I haven't actually played on the new attack system yet, other than the little bit that I did inside of the test server, which I think they went through a couple renditions of it. I feel very fast. Alright, let's do this. I know they've updated pretty much everything, so I'll have to get the feel of the system again. But alright, then they have this new rotating system as well. They also changed the numbers as well. That's a little too much. You can't really see what's going on. Oh my god, I move so fast. This is crazy. They made it feel way more arcadey than it used to be. Wow, this is insane. It's going to take a lot of getting used to, I can definitely tell that. Alright, I'll use a potion. I don't think I have max potions right now. Unless I accidentally used one, which I might have. But I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem. I seem to be attacking way quicker as well. Alright, go ahead and use another potion. I'm silenced. With all of the stuff on the screen, it's almost impossible for me to see what's going on, though. That's something I really, really dislike. I'm not sure if that's something that you can edit in the options. I'm actually going to check it here in a second. But it just looks insane right now. So let's see, video. There's nothing really in here. Gameplay. Yeah, there's nothing in here to keep that. The numbers and the critical and all of that, it's just way too big. When you shoot volley on top of all of these chickens, you can't see anything of what's going on. You have no idea if they're exploding next to you or, you know, far enough away where you won't die. I don't really mind the new text, but it's very, very in your face. It looks way more arcadey too, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I can see what they're going for now, but it needs to be a little bit more see-through or something, I don't know. I almost died there. But I should be fine since there's no traps here. Rotating is a little bit too slow now as well. Rotating the camera. I'm not like, I don't hate that really because I never really liked camera rotation anyway. When it came out a long time ago, I didn't like it, so to make it harder is fine, I guess. I need to test the... Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is that they changed the animation on volley to be way faster than it used to be. Volley is actually a lot better than it used to be now. Because I can just throw down volley and keep moving. It's almost nothing. It used to be one of the longest animations in the game. That's one thing that's going to buff archers quite a bit. This is kind of crazy right now. Did they do any updating to creatures? I haven't actually, I read through the patch notes, kind of glanced through them, but I knew that I wanted to get a feel for the attack system before I did anything really. I keep forgetting that I have hack instead of headshot. But I haven't seen if they updated the creatures at all. If they haven't, then, I mean, they need to. It's like a machine gun now. That's crazy. Alright, well, I made it through, but it seems like attacking might be really overpowered at this point.
That's not going to work. I should make more room in my inventory.
So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have max potions and stuff like that. And we'll jump into number 2. I didn't really look at this as a defense perspective, mainly because I'm testing out the new attack system, but I'm sure that it's probably just the fact that it seems like attackers are really overpowered right now. Like, the movement and everything like that. The only nerf that it feels like I got in terms of attacking power is the fact that I can't see what's going on, which is a really bad nerf, right? That's not what you want to go for. So they need to do something about the visuals. Like, it's way too in your face with the critical hits and stuff like that when you're using AoE AoE attacks. But we're gonna jump into number 2 in just a second. Alright, number 2 is Krogoh, cast levels of 30. Things that I've figured out is that they made potions back to what they used to be, so that they're not as OP as they used to be. They don't do 9,000 hit points or whatever it was for a Mighty Health Potion. So it's 4,500 and then 3,000 for the one before it. And they made it so that the quantity is 3 instead of 4. So that's one thing that I've noticed from really not noticing it in the patch notes, from just skimming through it a little bit. But we'll see if it's in the patch notes. I'm going to do the patch note video. I'm going to record the patch note video after I do this viewer castle video, but I'm probably going to switch them up and make the patch notes come out earlier. I just wanted to get a feel for it so I could say a few more things about the overall balance, but it's going to take a lot more testing, I think. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. My god, I'm so quick. I don't think hack is really all that needed anymore because you're so fast that you can just dodge everything. That volley cooldown, or the animation speed rather, is insane. It's so good. Normally, I would have gotten hit by at least 2 of those archers when I was doing volley, but since the cooldown's so good now, it doesn't actually matter. I hope that that is not straight up the route that they're taking, where they're just going to lower the amount of potions that somebody can have, because, I mean, it's okay, but I did not notice that that was there. It's okay, but it's not, like, that great. That's not, I don't think, the way that they need to be balancing this, because it's so easy to dodge things with being able to move so fast. That does a lot of damage, though. I think they did buff damage slightly. Maybe. Or maybe I just got hit by a lot more of those. I don't remember what they used to be. The speed feels so unnatural. Alright, I have to go in here. They definitely changed it since the first time that I played it in the test server, and I don't think I like it as much as I did. It felt actually good before, now it almost feels too quick. I don't know, everything feels weird. I'll probably get used to it at some point, but it's pretty odd. Alright, I'll use my last potion, I guess. I probably didn't need to there, but... They did buff trap damage, I'm pretty sure. These did not do 400 before, and they are now, so that's a good thing, I guess. I didn't really want just a damage buff, but I might actually die here. I got caught in a bad spot. Let's see if I can make it out, but no. Okay, well I ended up dying. I'm gonna heal up. So barricades are gonna be really, really good. well-placed barricades are probably the most important thing in defenses now, because you really need to stop this quick movement from the attackers. And if you can stop the quick movement and get a good amount of damage down, the damage buffs out of either traps. I know traps got a damage buff. I don't know if creatures did. I'm gonna have to read through pretty much everything and just see exactly what's going on here. I have at least a feel for how overpowered the attacking system is now, so now I need to just kind of get a feel for what they did to all of the creatures to try to make up for that. Unfortunately, all the projectile speeds and everything from the mobs seems to stay the same, so it makes building a solid defense, what is this guy doing, a lot harder, because you can't really, it's all going to be based on attacker skill, right? So, I mean, that's fine and all, but it used to actually be, this game used to actually have some defender skill in it, and it just doesn't anymore. Obviously it still does, you have to be able to do some things competently, but for the most part, you can't really combo things together and make things work because the attackers are so quick that it's impossible to know if they're actually going to hit or not. So you can't reliably hit something with like a hunger bot or something like that, like you used to be able to, which is kind of annoying. Alright. Alright, well, we will jump into number 3 in just a second. Alright, next up is Deadly Shrimp, cast levels of 28. I'm going to go ahead and do this on my Mage. My Mage has slightly worse gear, and I also want to get a feel for how the Mage is in this attacking system. So let's go ahead and do this. Still crazy fast, and these are the two champions that are actually less quick than the Runaway, I believe. The Runaway and the Knight. I think that's how it is. I think that's the speed differences, but I'm not 100% sure. Alright, so what do I have on this guy? I do not have EMP. Okay. It's fine. This is difficult to get a feel for how this is working right now, with so much going on. You can really burn through mana quick on this guy. Alright, I'm gonna just go ahead and use my potion even though I don't want to. It doesn't feel like I'm doing any damage, which is really weird. Traps are definitely a lot better than they used to be if you actually get hit by them. The projectile speed of ballista traps seems to be faster than it used to be. Maybe I'm just making that up though, because the entire game feels like I'm playing it at 2x speed right now. Alright, you can't forget to auto attack. I ended up dying because I don't understand how this feels so weird right now. Heal me. That is so ridiculous. Is this actually, like, did they actually do this to the game? Did somebody think this was a good idea? I hope, I mean, if people like it, I guess, but that just seems so retarded to me. Like, is it just me, or am I not supposed to be able to do that? I don't know. I don't really like it at this point. It was okay on the Archer, and it's terrible on the Mage in my opinion. It doesn't even feel like I'm playing a video game, it just feels like I'm playing a spam fest now, and I just have to spam everything in the right order. So I'm gonna be building a new defense, but I don't know about this attacking system. This just seems really retarded to me. Why even do anything but auto attack? Like, why not just stun things, get my shield up, and then just auto attack? I don't think I need 4 abilities to play the mage correctly anymore. I think I just need to keep a shield. Do I not get a shield anymore? Wait, what is this ability that I'm using? That is weird. Oh, do I have to like hold it down? That is crazy. What? I don't even understand. I probably should have played this before I did a YouTube video. I don't want to say that I hate it until I try it, but I tried a little bit more, but it feels so weird. So they took away Volley's cooldown almost to nothing. But then I'd like to get one single creature out here so I can look at this. It seems like they increased the time it takes to use Deathbolt a lot. I need to read the ability on Deathbolt. And this thing shoots like a machine gun, but it doesn't do any damage anymore. I don't even know what they did to this game. I don't know what game I'm playing, but it's not Mighty Quest. It doesn't seem like that gives a shield either. I don't even care about dying at this point, I just want to like try things. I want to read this ability. Shoots an unavoidable bolt of unlife that deals a lot of magic damage and twists the pain into a temporary shield that blocks 0 damage. What? The strain also weakens enemies' damage by 40%. Okay, this is a worthless ability because it doesn't actually block any damage anymore. Unless there's something that I'm not seeing. This works the same way. The Thunderclap works the same way, I'm pretty sure. I think it stuns everything. Maybe not everything, maybe it has a chance to stun, because it seems like certain creatures are not getting stunned. I hope all of this is in the patch notes, but knowing Mighty Quest it's not. And maybe reading the patch notes in full a little bit better might have been the way to go. They may have either made the mage completely unviable, or they maybe would have made my certain build on the mage. But I think that Deathbolt is really weak now. I don't know if it's bugged, but it feels really weak. Like, that just takes way too long to channel that up just for a little bit of damage. When I can shoot like a machine gun instead, or I can just stand there and do this forever. Just seems really bad. Yeah, it's really weird. I think... What other single target abilities does the mage have? Because I think single target against mages is going to be really difficult now, because this is just not a good ability anymore, in my opinion. Alright, well, I probably had a few strong opinions about this last castle. It wasn't the castle at all, it was mainly how I feel the upgrades changed the game, but I'm gonna do a lot more reading about what actually happened and what they did and all of this sort of thing before I make a final assessment. But the initial assessment feels awful. Like, it feels like I'm playing the game on at least 2x speed. Like I'm going through a replay and you hit 2x, and that's what it feels like I'm playing as. Like, technically I'd be able to dodge and outplay things, but there's so much going on the screen, especially with the new system for the numbers and all that. Like that critical number is huge. That does not need to be that big. I don't even need to know it's a crit. I can know just by like change the the color on the number. If you want to keep it yellow for magic damage, fine, but change it to a darker yellow, or if you want to do red for a crit or something like that, go ahead. But you don't need to throw this huge critical thing up above the mob in a game like this where dying is the whole thing, right? Like, the whole concept behind it is the defense wants to kill you and you want to not die. It's okay when you do a thing like this in an MMORPG or something where you're grinding on mobs for hours upon hours and the mobs aren't actually difficult and you have really nothing that's like going to actually kill you, right? There's no threat really, unless maybe you're up against a boss, which you only have to worry about one creature instead of 100 on your screen or something like that, because the critical is just way too big. It's disgusting to look at, in my opinion. So I'm not really a big fan of the changes from what I've seen. I'm going to go through and read the patch notes, though. I'm going to do my patch notes overview in a little bit. I'm going to go over them first just to see what I think about everything. But currently, I think that it just feels really wonky. I can't actually use I can't use my death bolt in here because I have no target. But the charge up time for this seems way too long. It almost seems like the old volley, but then they reduced the volley cooldown, which is kind of crazy. I don't know what other... I think they made headshot similar to this as well, so maybe they did it to all single target abilities, but I don't know. It's pretty weird. And then the shield that blocks 0 damage is weird too. Maybe I'm not seeing something, and I have to do something that makes that shield actually come back. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a complete noob to these new changes, and it's actually fine. If I am, you can kind of just tell me that somewhat nicer in the comments below. But we're going to end the video here. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. If you want to be a part of Viewer Castles, if I decide to do more Viewer Castles, if I decide that these changes are worth playing the game still, you can email me at frenzycastleruns@hotmail.com. But that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.